FM 94, The Dark. It is that time again. It's time to get to know a band we play here on The Dark. And we're being reacquainted with an old friend, but a band we play a lot here on The Dark. And on the phone right now, I'm talking with Scott Knutson. He's the lead singer of the band Strange Daze. And first of all, Scott, last time I think we talked on the air was about 2.5 years ago. First of all, that's way too long, but I'm sure a lot of things have happened in that time frame. How you doing, by the way?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. That is way too long. I completely agree. But we've been really busy. Lots of things happening in Strange Daze. We've had 2 member changes in that 2.5 year period. Our drummer Mike and our bass player Chad were with us then. They have both moved on since, and we have Spencer Kneffelkamp on drums now and picks Derek Russell on bass guitar, and they've both been amazing additions to the band. And between signing our second record deal now and having new management and playing all kinds of national shows all the time, it's been real busy.
Well, we'll get into all that stuff in just a moment. The reason I wanted to have you on is to kind of catch up, first of all, but also this weekend on Friday night from 9 until 1, you're going to be playing at the grand opening of the Dam Bar and Grill here in downtown Little Falls. Are you excited about that?
Absolutely, very excited about that. It's been a while since we've been able to play in Little Falls, specifically. We've been able to get into that area a little bit, Brainerd and whatnot, but now we're really excited to have one, and because we've always had really great fans and turnouts every time we've come to town, so.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'll be there, of course, and a lot of people are going to be there. And let's talk about the band Strange Daze a little bit, maybe for people that have never heard of the band Strange Daze. And you guys have been around a while, haven't you, Scott?
Yes, definitely, you could say that. Me and the guitar player have been together in this band for 17 years now.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's a really long time.
That's a lot of marriages don't even last that long.
I know, right? Being in a band is very much like a marriage. I think anyone who's ever tried it would probably agree with that. But yeah, we've been in it 17 years here now, and just continuing to keep at it and playing when we can and making our own music at the same time, and just finally turned into what it is now. And we've had a lot of changes and ups and downs along the way, but we're pretty happy with where things are at the moment and where things look to be going in the near future.
You mentioned changes. Obviously, we talked about some new personnel, obviously, with the band. And the last time we had talked was actually the day you released your album Shine Through. So if you remember that, would have been 11/11 of 2013. Here we're now sitting in 2016. Talk about that album Shine Through, and did it get exactly kind of what you were hoping it to get, or did it maybe kind of lumber along, or what? I guess what happened with that album?
Well, it did and it didn't, or it has and it hasn't.
Okay.
One could say, but it's not necessarily done running its final leg yet.
Okay.
We'll say with the record deal that we had and released it on, they did what they could and we did what we could, but everything was a little limited, and we just, like I said, we tried to make the most of it. Now with our new record deal on Pavement Records, which is the same label that Candlebox and Tantric and Smile Empty Soul and Head PE and Soil and all these awesome other rock bands are on. They're really, I think, a lot more capable of giving that album the proper push that we always wanted it to. And that was a big reason that they wanted to sign us, was because they felt that, I believe their exact word was a masterpiece, that they wanted to, help get out there and accomplish what it can do yet. So that was a big reason we signed with them yet. And so as a result, here, probably within, I'd say 4 weeks at the latest, probably we'll have at least one, if not two, new official singles released off of that Shine Through album yet. On the new label, those being Beautiful for sure, and then possibly Any More.
Okay.
And then, give that just a little bit of push and tour like crazy in the summer, and then as soon as fall hits, start working on the new album with the new label and see where we're at.
So will they do like a reissue of the CD, or is it more just getting a little bit more of those singles out again?
More singles out
Okay.
and the digital aspect of it. But as far as the hard copies of it go, we're in charge of that yet for this album at the time being. So,
Okay.
but you can still get that anywhere online that you normally would, or at shows is probably the best way to get it, because then you get it autographed for free.
Absolutely. And, for a band like yourself, and you've been around for 17 years, and being in a band is not an easy thing. I know we've talked about this before. I talk to many bands all the time, young up-and-coming bands that have been around for a while. A lot of times, though, where you make your money is people going to your shows and buying your merchandise. Correct, Scott?
Absolutely, especially with the types of shows that we find ourselves playing most of the time. Or at least quite often now, that being the national all-original shows with other bands on the bill, as opposed to going to a club or a bar and, playing 3 hours worth of covers and originals. Those will pay for the work. But when you're showing up and playing your own music, there ain't a whole lot of money going around unless you're the ones rolling up on the big fancy tour bus or whatever, so really you're playing for nothing. You're hoping that merchandise sales from fans that show up can cover at least your gas expense to get to and from the shows, and just hoping then that you make those new lasting fans that continue to support you in what you do. But that's very important financially to all bands.
And so this is my plea out to everybody listening to the interview tonight that is going to decide to go down to the Dam Bar and Grill here on Friday night and check out Strange Daze, which, by the way, is a Minnesota band, so we need to support our own local music here. Get out, make sure you buy a T-shirt, maybe buy a CD, all that kind of stuff from these guys, because you definitely appreciate that, don't you?
Absolutely, and you bring up us being a Minnesota band, and I just want to let everyone know that if you show up to the Dam Bar in Little Falls on Friday night to watch us play, you will get to see us perform one hell of a rendition of Purple Rain.
Wow.
In honor of Prince.
I was just going to ask you that. A lot of times you play your stuff, your new stuff, your stuff, but you play a lot of covers too, because obviously you don't have a library full to play a whole 3 hours of stuff. So covers are a big thing that you do, and you're sounding like you're going to do a lot of Prince, huh?
Well, we'll do at least one big Prince song.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Beyond that, I don't know. I know I sprinkled, we did Even Flow last weekend, because we like to do at least one or two Pearl Jam songs when we're doing covers too.
Right.
And I threw a When Doves Cry vocals into like the guitar solo breakdown, and that was pretty awesome too. The bass player looked at me, Vix, when we were done. He goes, "You realize you have to do that every time from now on?" I'm like, "Well, we'll see." But so I mean, there'll be Prince stuff sprinkled throughout everywhere probably, because it just seems he's on a lot of people's minds, including us.
Absolutely.
But as far as full songs go, I can guarantee the one for sure.
Yeah, and of course, if you've never seen Strange Daze before, I mean, you do a killer Creed. I mean, you're just spot on with Creed, and obviously with Pearl Jam too. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the last time we talked, Eddie Vedder is one of your favorite lead singers. I know Jim Morrison is your ultimate, but Eddie Vedder is a close second, right?
That's absolutely right. That's how it goes. Jim is my top, but that's more of an artist overall thing than vocally, really. Eddie Vedder's my idol, and then I'd say third would be Steven Tyler, and everybody else is kind of everybody else.
Hey, I got to ask you this question, too. The last time when we talked, you had mentioned some bands that you wanted to maybe meet and actually play with. You mentioned Nikki Sixx and 6 a.m. Did you get a chance? Did you get a chance to see them play live yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
No, I haven't. I'm hoping that we end up on a festival or two this summer that they're on. I know we're on Rockfest out in Cadott. I'm not sure if they are.
All right.
We just got booked for Summerfest in July.
Oh, very cool.
The Milwaukee, Chicago area. That
Yeah.
came through just the other day. I'm not sure if they're on that either, but yeah, I have not seen them on tour yet, and I really, really want to. I like the new stuff. I love the first two albums.
Right. And their new song is called Rise right now. It's out, and I think this, actually Friday, which coming up here in a couple days, their first of two, Volume 1 and 2 come out. Volume 1 of Prayers of the Damned comes out this Friday.
Nice. I will have to go get that.
Yeah, for 6 a.m. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm not gonna rub this in your face, but I got to meet Nikki Sixx back in August.
Wow.
Yeah,
what was that like?
It was very quick, about 10 seconds. Hey, how you doing? Hey, this is what I do. Hey, cool. You want to take a picture with my wife? All right, see you later. Bye. That's about it.
Is he as tall as I think he is?
Yeah, not that tall. I didn't think he was that tall.
Okay. Because to me, he's always looked really tall.
No, he's pretty just. He's taller than me, but I'm pretty short, so.
maybe it's like the 6-inch platform boots or something.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Well, we saw him play at the XL Energy Center in August, one of the final times that he played Minnesota with Motley Crue, obviously. So.
Sure. Yep. I think our bass player Pix was at that concert.
Yeah, it was fun. I tell you what, I'm nothing against Motley Crue, and they've had their run, but I tell you, the guy that I really enjoyed that night was Alice Cooper. Wow, what a performer.
That's exactly what he said, and several other friends I had at the concert.
Unbelievable showmanship out of that guy. Just crazy. Hey, let's talk about showmanship, by the way. You're obviously the lead singer of a band, which is called Strange Daze. And what if I come to a Strange Daze show, which I've been to a few, but somebody that's never been to one, and we're going to entice them to come this Friday night to the Dam Bar and Grill, what would they expect to see at a Strange Daze concert?
Well, I think you can always expect to see, at least from the band, just a group of guys that genuinely love playing music and what they're doing on that stage, and it's obvious, and you can always tell that there's a high level of energy and a high level of passion. We all care about what we're doing. We're not just up there doing it for kicks or whatever, and so I don't know, you just get a genuine musical performance, as well as hopefully a general good time, whatever you're looking for. If you want a great band, if you just want a good time to hang out, we strive to provide both those atmospheres.
I'm going to have to bring probably a bunch of butter or oil, because I think it's going to be so dang packed up there. You're going to barely be able to get around. Be sliding around up there. It's going to be crazy up there, yeah. So, hey, let's talk about some other. Obviously, you mentioned other bands that you've been going out recently in the last couple of years. We have talked about you've gotten some bigger names. I know I saw you got a concert coming up with Three Doors Down. They've helped you a lot, at least Chris Henderson. What are some of the other bands in that you're going to be going out on tour with this year?
Well, boy, upcoming ones we got here in the month of May, we've got a weekend with Royal Bliss and Wayland. All three of us on the same bill.
Cool.
Should be two great shows. We got a show with POD here in May. We got a show with Tantric in May. We got Pop Evil in June, Saving Abel June, July. I'm sure we'll have some 38 Special and Hairball shows throughout the summer. Mm-hmm. We got Smile Empty Soul in August. We got Three Doors Down in August. And then all the other people at the festivals we're playing. We're already at Summerfest, Rockfest, and Glen Flora, Northwoods Rock Rally. Hoping to get onto Lake Jams. If everybody can visit our Facebook or Lake Jams Facebook and let them know that you want us there. We're trying to get into that in Brainerd, and also seeing if we can't get onto Halfway and Moondance too yet. But yeah, that's I don't know. That's just a little list off the top of my head.
A lot of things. Oh, you got a lot of irons in the fire here in the next few months, and you have a family, obviously. How do you guys do all this? You're on the road on the weekends. You're taking time away from your family. All you guys are doing that. How tough is that, and how supportive do you have to have a family with the things that you guys do?
Well, you either need freedom or support.
Okay.
One or the other. Either will work. In my case, I have a family that is incredibly supportive. My wife is amazing, and she does everything that she needs to at home with the kids if I need to be gone at work, and vice versa, because she's got a pretty rigorous job Monday through Friday of her own, so we just help each other out best we can. And then, neighbors, family members, brothers and sisters, grandmas and grandpas, stuff like that. I don't know, but I don't know. I guess you just try to plan ahead of time,
Right.
have at least, options A through E, on a list that you can run through if you need to. But I don't know if it's something that that everybody there believes in, then the sacrifices aren't that hard.
I know you're a little bit younger than some. Well, I guess the bands have changed, but I know you're a little bit older or younger than Eric. Correct on that?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll put that first of all. We got to state that correct, right?
Right.
You're not the oldest statesman, but I guess what is kind of the future of the band here? I guess what direction are you hoping to go with this band? Are you hoping to be nationwide, or is this more of just a regional band you want to be?
We're hoping to be nationwide, international, exclusively original, with the exception of just the rare, cover for Kicks,
Right.
and an all original show. But that's always been the goal, is to just, get to a point where everywhere we go and every show we play at, the job is to be us, do our thing, play our music,
Right.
And it's through hard work and, other people's support and belief in us. We're, building on that and getting closer to that. And hopefully by the end of the year or so, with the new record deal and the shows and singles and whatnot, that, maybe we can accomplish that and be one of those bands that, can actually go places and headline with our own music or something someday. That would be a pretty awesome accomplishment, I think.
Yeah. You can be like a band, actually, which just this week on the rock charts, and I think it's crazy, and I think it's awesome, but the band is Red Sun Rising. You've heard of that band?
With them.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I think they blew up last year at Rockfest, or not Rockfest, Rock on the Range down in Columbus, Ohio. They had a song called The Other Side. It actually went to #1. Well, this week, their second release off that album just went #1 today, called Emotionless. It just knocked off Disturb.
Yes.
That's a band out of Akron, Ohio that's kind of like similar to you guys in the sense of small, and all of a sudden they're just exploding. My question on this is kind of leading towards it is, are you getting more exposure out there nationally through other radio stations, or is it mostly concentrated here in the upper Midwest right now?
Well, I mean, I can't speak with 100% accuracy on right now radio play, but I know since we've put out the album that we've gotten a lot of radio play across the whole country, and even some places in Europe, like Belgium featured us for a week, like playing a song off the album every hour for 7 days.
Cool.
Paris, France did some features on us too. But so yeah, it's gotten out there, but not to the extent I think that we all, think it could.
Right.
And so we're hoping that the new label helps kind of complete that for us, and then we'll have the foundation for the next album, to go even further on that.
You mentioned next album. When is that in the works here?
Well, I'm sure it will be in the works sometime by the end of this year. As far as an actual release date, that's kind of impossible to estimate. You just never know how long recording's going to take, how long mix down's going to take, what the label's thoughts on, promotional time and, optimum release date and all those things. You just never know. But I'm pretty sure that when we're done with heavy national touring this summer, hopefully early fall, definitely late fall, we'll be sitting down and hammering out the songs and ready to go into a studio and take care of that next chapter.
There you go. We're talking with Scott from the band Strange Daze. They're going to be performing this weekend, in fact, on Friday night at the Dam Bar and Grill in downtown Little Falls. You can check them out. Hey, I'm going to ask you this one question. I always ask bands this. You do obviously a lot of covers. We've talked about some of the covers that you do, but how about this? This is the question I love asking. Okay, if you had to choose an artist out there to cover a Strange Daze song,
Ooh.
What artist would you like to have cover a Strange
Boy.
Daze song?
Oofta. Oh boy. Well, this is just me.
Yeah, just you.
Personally, just me. I think I'm gonna go way out there,
Okay.
and I'd say Adele.
Ah, very cool.
I think vocally, she could, really nail me and maybe even expand on some things that I do in some songs. And then, to think of her reach,
Right.
from the fan base that she has, that would expose our music.
Oh, yeah.
Would be the other kind of icing on the cake that I'd throw in there.
Yeah. Now you're thinking marketing wise too, there, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's funny because I actually I interviewed Lacey Sturm, former lead singer of Flyleaf, about a month and a half ago. Asked her that exact question. You know what her answer was? Adele.
Nice.
Yeah. And the reason she said because she needs a big hug. You're gonna get together with a lot of up and coming bands, even some established bands here in the next months. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys coming up on Friday night too. I guess how can more people get to know about the band Strange Daze? What's the best way to find out about you guys?
I would say the best way to find out about us would be to like and friend us on Facebook. I think you actually have to like or follow us. I don't think we have friends anymore. But
I hear you.
Yeah, you can just search Strange Daze, DAZE, on Facebook, and we should be the top thing that pops up. If not, we should be second or third, I would hope.
Yeah.
And then, you can also follow us on Twitter. Same thing, search Strange Daze, DAZE. Those are probably the two best ways.
Awesome. And now the biggest thing is we're going to tell everybody they need to come on out this Friday night to the Dam Bar and Grill in downtown Little Falls. You guys will be performing there from 9 until 1 o'clock. And the greatest thing is there's no cover, so everybody can get in for free, and they can check out a national recording artist like yourself, Strange Daze. And we've already given us a little bit of a secret of what you're going to be doing with even some prints, too, and maybe you got some other tricks up your sleeves, right?
You'll have to show up to find out.
Exactly. And, of course, you'll have merchandise there, too, correct?
Of course. T-shirts for sure. We're running low on CDs, which is a good thing. But yes, T-shirts for sure, and maybe a few limited edition, low-print CDs to the highest bidders.
All righty. And as long as you got an extra large T-shirt for me there, that'd be good.
I'll set it aside right now. I will send a text in 5 minutes, and it's already got your name on it.
Hey, Scott, a lot of fun talking to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on Friday night and the band Strange Daze.
Likewise.
Hey, and we're gonna play. We're gonna play "Beautiful." You said that's a song that we might be re-releasing here coming up soon, or have a single. We're gonna play that right now. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Once again, that is Scott from the band Strange Daze. Don't forget, they are performing this Friday night right downtown Little Falls. The grand opening of the Dam Bar and Grill will be there from 9 to 1. Check them out. I'm gotta believe they're going to play this song down here. This is beautiful. It's on the dark. It's on FM 94.